How to deal with the irritating. Earlier in his career, when the renowned psychotherapist Milton Erickson was a medical professor at a university, he had to deal with a very smart student named Anne, who always showed up late to classes, then apologized profusely and very sincerely. She happened to be a straight A student. She always promised she'd be on time for the next class, but never was. This made it difficult for her fellow students. She frequently held up lectures or laboratory work, and on the first day of one of Erickson's lecture classes, she was up to her old tricks, but Erickson was prepared. When she entered late, he had the entire class stand up and bow down to her in mock reverence. He did the same. Even after class, as she walked down the hall, the students continued their bowing. The message was clear: we see through you. And feeling embarrassed and ashamed, she stopped showing up late. Daily law: teach the irritating a lesson by giving them a taste of their own medicine or showing them you see through them. That's funny. Yep. That's a good one. Let's see what this one has to say. Hmm. I'll just read the quote. If one is continually surviving the worst that life can bring, one eventually ceases to be controlled by a fear of what life can bring. Yep. Kind of where I'm at, everything I've been through with people, places, and things. All right. I don't have much to say, so this will be a nice, quiet video. Where's my? If I caffeinate myself into oblivion, everything will be fine. I don't know if I had my hair up too tight or if it's a caffeine situation, but I have an annoying little headache. I'll take a acetaminophen when I get to work. All right. I had a very interesting dream right before I woke up. Well, I had a bunch of dreams. Most of them are like a big blur. I don't remember what was happening in most of them, but this one, of all the ones I do remember, I was looking at this book, or somebody was showing me a book, or something was showing me a book. I don't remember anybody else being there with me, but it felt like there was somebody else there, or something else there with me. And the book was very old, and it's like the pages weren't made of paper; they were made of like leather of some sort, or like a skin of an animal skin of some sort. It was really old. And at first, when it was like shown to me, it almost came off looking like a Bible. And I'm looking at it, kind of thumbing through the pages, and I'm like, this is not a Bible. This is something else. And in my head, I remember thinking like, this is like something not good. This is not a good book. So I stopped looking at it. Kind of like gave it back to him like this. And I think I even remember saying, this isn't a Bible. I kind of gave it back to him. Or like it was on a table or it was something. I wasn't holding it. It was like on something. I kind of like slid it away from myself. Like, this is not what I thought it is. It was like brown. You could see like the cover itself had like not printing on it, but like something inscribed into like it's like a leather bound book, and like something was like scribed into the leather itself, like words and stuff. That's how the pages looked. Like it wasn't printed on; it was imprinted and like impressed into like each page was like were the words themselves. Looks like really old. It was like brown and worn down. And it was big. Telephone book size. Not thickness, but like size wise, like telephone book size. It was interesting. And I woke up. I don't really understand how people can't fathom that there's like a like a spiritual aspect to this experience. Like there's some sort of like good and evil aspect to the world. Like there are spirits and demons and angels. I believe in all that. It's hard for me to understand how anybody can't. And again, I was brought up with that, so I don't know. Maybe that's just how it is for people who weren't introduced to this at a young age. But this little headache is so annoying. It's like the slightest little uncomfortable feeling in my head. Oh, also, I saved a video to watch today after the Candace Owens Andrew Wilson debate. I follow Candace and some podcasts of people who covered covered the debate, and most of the people that watch the podcast that I watch are fans of Candace Owens. So a lot of what was being said in the comments section was in support of her. But Andrew Wilson also has a podcast of his own called The Crucible, and all his fans are commenting in that podcast. It's mostly, instead of saying how good of a job he did, all they're doing is trashing her. But in her podcast, the comment section's more in support of her and not so much trashing him, but just saying, how his position was very weak. He didn't really present much of anything. So I wanted to hear what he has to say in review of the podcast. It's funny, a bunch of people reviewed the podcast. But most of them, the ones I heard, well, I guess maybe they're friendly with her, so let's just say there'll be a bias. I don't know many people who like him, except for people, but like in terms of like major podcasters. See, the problem is his position is the state's position. And his position doesn't have any questions. His position professes to have all the answers. And her position has all the questions. Because the answers we've been given don't make sense. Really, the whole thing is just another JFK. Oh, man. Oh, let's have more coffee. Doing quite a bit of yawning here. Oh, come on, sir. You're getting on the freeway. Slow down. See how fast you're going. You are going 50 miles an hour as you enter. You're firmly in your lane on the freeway, and you are now going 50 miles an hour. Stay right here. See what you do. That's crazy. You're supposed to merge at the speed of traffic. If you wanted to be, I guess, super technical, 55 is the speed limit for trucks in this lane. So at least be at that speed when you get on the darn freeway. This guy's gonna be pissed. Yep. Got over like, what the heck are you guys doing? I get it. But I don't feel like being in any other lane but the slow lane right now, so I don't feel like getting over. There's that sign again. This is a very blunt way to put it. I can't help but think it's talking to me. Speed kills. Slow down. Fine. There's nobody else hitting 100 miles an hour on this freeway, so I'm pretty sure it's talking to me. Just told myself. Yes, I've done that. Just to see what it feels like. Check all my fluids and stuff before I leave work today. Yeah, that dream was weird, and I remember even looking at the pages, like seeing what it said. And I remember reading part of it. And for whatever reason, what I was reading, I knew. I'm like, this isn't in the Bible. That's when I was like, yeah, this is not a Bible. It's very strange. And that wasn't even the last dream I had. I woke up after having that, and I kind of dozed off again. And I was dreaming again right before my alarm went off, but I don't even remember what that one was. I don't know why. I like this stretch of the freeway. This is where all the truckers pull over on the side to like rest for a bit of time. So there's a bunch of them just lined up on the other side of the freeway. There's a nice big wide area off the shoulder for them to pull over at. And these are probably the guys that drive like not maybe not interstate, but like from like Northern California down to Southern California. So they'll sleep in their cab. I didn't do that kind of trucking. I just like the way it looks. They leave their running lights on, so they're all kind of just lit up. A bunch of little orange lights, or amber, whatever color. What does this say? North 14. That's not me. You need to stay in your lane, sir. Or madam. Nose is runny. Wonder if I have a little COVID bug. I do have a tiny bit of a headache. I have a bit of a runny nose for no reason. Well, the coffee's done. This feels like it took me longer to get here today than normal. I have no idea what time it is, but we'll see. No, it's about right. This has been filming for about 28 minutes. Normally these videos are like 30, somewhere around 35 minutes. I'm about that far away, so that's about right. Let's see. Scales are closed. I hope that doesn't mean my exit's closed. Otherwise, I should have got off right there. Darn it. We'll see. Oh, shit. Oh, please tell me my exit's open. Oh, you guys. Son of a... Ugh. Let's see. Okay. I'm okay. You freaking guys. Just finish this bullshit and let everybody get to work. Ugh. So annoying. Let's see. Yep, 33 minutes. It's my video so far. About right. I guess I'm probably not later than normal. Alright. There.